we have my Ned bait review. I got a lot. So, I got into Ned bait probably about the time it was just hitting the market. I have my favorites, I have my go-tos, and I have my testers. Today, we're going to be going through them, and I'll give you my best. First up, the classic, the turd, the Finesse TRD. My go-to color is this green pumpkin from Z-Man. The Elastec. See the colors? Everybody has these. I'm sure you have 3 packs in your box or 100 in your boat. I got a few. I always carry at least one with me when I'm planning on doing some NED RIG fishing. My biggest fish to date on it is 3.5 pounds. I've done better on other ones for size wise, but of course that is your go-to when you start. Next up, one I'm sure is gaining traction, the Ned Bomb Missile Baits. I got it in 3 colors: Goby Bite, Bammer Craw, and Watermelon Red Core. The Goby is a green pumpkin top with a violet bluish color white belly. Works great as a baby bass color also. Bammer Craw, of course, brown, orange, black sparkle, or black glitter. But these red core watermelons, let's see, they are watermelon with a red core shot in. You can really see it in the tail. I've only used these a couple times so far, but I love the color pattern. I'll keep trying these out next year. But the bomb shot, the Ned Bomb, this is the watermelon red core one, but the Ned Bomb by Missile Baits is my favorite that I've been using as of late. Numbers are good. They're not as durable as the Z-Man, but they come in a lot of different colors that Z-Man doesn't, which is a big plus. Now, my totally out there away from the TRD, but I fish it on a Ned head and I fish it like a Ned rig, is the Berkley Power Bait Sick Fish 3-inch. I'll pull one of these out for you guys real quick. Now, I know you probably know the Sick Fish by now. Tactical Bassin talks about the real one, but these are from Berkley, and these are a perfect cold water Ned rig bait. That tail in cold water gives you that movement. It's got fins. If the bass sees it up close, that looks like a fish. Doesn't look like a turd. But these things work wonders when nothing else will. This is the perch color, I believe, but it looks like a fish, I think, is what the silhouette in the water to them looks like. Here in California, if it's not raining, our water is crystal clear, so we got a big problem with fish spooking on other baits. But I've tried out a couple of the newer ones from Yum. These ones came out this year. This is the Yum Ned Craw in a brown orange. Pretty good. I don't like them as much as the Z-Mans. Let me pull out a Z-Man one. I'll show you really quick. There we go. So this is the Yum brown red. It's pretty realistic. I mean, it's got a good profile. Color's alright. This is the Z-Man, and this is the Molting Craw. You see all that glitter. Pretty similar. But one thing. See this? Elastic doesn't break. See this? Breaks very easily. And you get one fish, and these are unfishable. That's in the trash. So I bought them. I'll use them. Will I buy them again? Not unless they come out with a better color. They're pretty good, but they are nowhere near where the Z-Man are on the craws. But one of the things Yum did do very well, and I have a video on my page about it, right here, the NED minnow. Very similar to the sick fish as far as the profile you're trying to match. It's got a little lip tail. This is a smoke color, and then another one I fish is the green pumpkin. The only issue with these is it is a cheap pour, so you gotta nip the over pour off before you can put on the head. But these are pretty good. That fish in the video, I believe, was 5'2" on a Ned, so that's pretty good. So the craws, stick with the Z-Man TRD craws. If you're looking for that brown red, the molting craw is the closest that they have. I'm not sure if that elastic doesn't allow them to do as many different colors or what, but they need to work on that. Here's another pack of those Ned minnows in the smoke. Okay, so another bait I tried out this year was the TRD bugs. These are sweet beavers. They're beaver baits, just small. I have not gotten a bite on them yet. I've fished them a few times. This is the summer craw, California craw. It's that light watermelon on top, green pumpkin on bottom. It's the elastic. It's got the salt. Pretty good. I mean, it looks great, but I haven't gotten bitten on it yet. And if I'm going to use a beaver, I'll usually just go with a beaver. These are nice and small. You can use them on those finesse jigs, the pond hopper bag that I was talking about in another video. Those little Z-Man finesse jigs would work great with those, though, if you're having a hard time getting a bite. All you smallmouth fishermen up north, I'm sure you already know about these. If you don't have these in your Z-Man stuff, pick them up. These are the Z tubes, TRD tubes. They're hollow, but they have a solid head. They are elastic. No legs going off. I have caught over 50 fish on one of these. Not a problem. They're great. I buy them whenever I see them. My favorite color is either that green pumpkin or that molting craw. Molting craw I've only found once, but luckily the green pumpkin works great because it imitates a little bait fish. Okay, for your bigger profile Ned rigs, Z-Man boar hogs. This is a California craw again. These are absolutely killer. This is my go-to Ned bait. If you can pick them up, do. They don't sell them at our local tackle shop. I had to order them on Tackle Warehouse, so. But They work awesome. You can cut them down if you want them smaller, but they have those long feet on the back that kick. They mostly work the best in springtime, right after or right before the spawn. I want to get some lighter color ones and maybe try them on bedding bass with one of the bigger Z-Man shroom jigs. But that is my go-to number one if I have the right water temperature. If you're having trouble getting bit on this regular, there you go, there it is, on the regulars, the finesse TRDs, you can downside to these trick shots. They're made for drop shotting. They work wonders for the Ned rig in pressured water. They are ribbed for her pleasure. That little tail has little ribs on it too. They work great as drop shot baits. They float. They're that Elastec. They float. You will not lose these very easily. But these on a Ned head are straight deadly with smallmouth and spotted bass. We got those schools of those spots out at Berryessa and other lakes. I'm sure you have lakes all around the world. Schools of spots. Put that Ned head on, put it down in that school, bounce it up, bounce it up. That little tail kicks. They bite it every time. Now, these are the sand fleas. They're not actually a Ned bait. I used them for perch on a Ned head. This color called Pond Scum. It's like a green pumpkin with a lot of rainbow flake in it. But work great for perch. Also Elastec, so you can get a lot of bites out of them. I spray them with that squid scent from I forget the brand right now, but a squid scented bait. Creek fishermen, Ned fishing. These are my go-to. These are Lunker City Helgies, 3-inch Helgermites. Put a little shroom jig head on there. There's Ned heads. These have 2 little kickers. Put them out there. Get bit up on the creek. I've never caught anything on these in the lake, but in a creek, these kill for the smaller bass that live in creeks. It's crawdads, more of the Ned craws. Ticklers. TRD ticklers. So, these are very similar to the TRDs, but they cut the end up and they're tapered. But they are that Elastec. This is a green pumpkin again, I think. Yeah, green pumpkin. Can't tell my favorite colors. But if you reverse rig this, so not like a tube, but you rig it this way, they call it the palm tree, I think. You put the head here, and then you have that TRD style tail, but you have these little appendages down here by the head kicking in the dirt, so it looks like a crawdad searching in the rocks. Work great. One of the other go-to, if you can only have a couple, get one of those. Next up for my go-tos, TRD hogs. Same thing pretty much as a tickler, except for it's got bigger appendages. It's ribbed. This is in green pumpkin. Or is this California? This is green pumpkin. Okay, so green pumpkin. You don't rig this one backwards. You can, but it's got a small head, so it'd be hard to get that point perfect. But another good bait. Now, for your supersizing Ned rigs, they sell Ned heads. They're like double the length of the normal one. Z-Man does anyway. My two Z-Man baits to go for with that are right here. The Turbo Craw, which is just a big craw bait. It's very similar to those boar hog tails, a little fatter, more of a craw profile. This is a green pumpkin version. These work great on those larger Ned heads. Let's see, I think I have one right here. There it is. Alright. So, here's the normal. These are the largers. Let's see if I can hold them right. There you go. So these are the ones I'm talking about using. These ones right here. So my two go-to for that are the Turbo Craws, and then these are the Fat Z's. This is the watermelon candy. This color is amazing. See all those flakes? Works great for bluegill, baby bass, or any green gobies. But it's got this little bulbous tail. So it's really similar to a Senko, but it's got a tapered middle with a bulbous tail. And it just kicks up there with that larger head on it. Or it also has a hook slot where you can rig it with a Texas rig weightless during the summer. And throw this, it floats, so you can throw it in between the lily pads or the mats. They work great. Last two good baits, guys. I told you I got a lot of Ned baits, so I passed over a lot of them. Rattling Neds from Guggen Squad. These are in a green pumpkin goby. In case you couldn't hear over the package, these have a rattle in them, which I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but the rattling Ned, there it is. Oops, sorry, wrong side. Right there. It is a 2BB glass rattle. Put it in there, works great. You don't have to take them out. You can if you want, and then it's just a ribbed. It's got little ribs on it. But it has a good action. I think the rattle might be better for back east where these guys fish, where the water's a lot dirtier. But here in California, it is just too clean. I think the rattle drives fish away more. Last bait that I wanted to show you guys technically can be used for drop shotting or Ned rigging, other finesse styles, but this is the Beast Coast Magic Flick. Come on. Anyway, Beast Coast Magic Flick. This is in I don't even say, it's like a green pumpkin candy. But these are amazing drop shot baits. I use them for drop shotting, nose hook them. You drop shot them, you run out, hook doesn't have anywhere left to hook, nose hook in these. I'll come and chop them if I still have them. Put the Ned head in where it's squared off. Makes a great Ned bait. It's very similar though to the missile bait. Once you chop it, it's a little different, but it's very similar to this action. It just has a little thicker tail. But these things are amazing when they're fry eaters out. Drop shot, Ned rig, wacky rig, Nico rig. If you really wanted to get down to it, you could nail weight that nose and belly hook it. But these baits are killer. The Beast Coast Magic Flick. It says drop shot and wacky, elite performance plastics. These are great. Alright, enough with baits. Everybody's got their favorite baits. Now, heads. I liked Ned rigging. I still do. But what do you buy? There are so many heads out now. These are my 3 top regular Ned heads. This one, Z-Man, 1/5 ounce, original Z-Man Ned head, the original keeper. I don't like the Pro one. It rips out the bait more and it doesn't work as long. This is the Aaron Martin Rhino head. Works great for coming through rocks. If you can tell, it has that wedged front. It's not just round like most heads. It's got like a wedge built into it. The hook tie is inside the head, which helps protect it in the rocks. And then this keeper is a half circle wire keeper. Works great on those Ned bombs in rocks. Does not work too well on the Z-Man baits. That's it. These are from Woo Tungsten. Mushroom heads. This is a tungsten jig. This is a 3/8 ounce. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. I'm filming this on my phone right now. Sorry guys, the camera's down. But anyway, it's a Woo Tungsten 3/8. This is good for deeper water. Too heavy for shallow ponds. This is what you would use in a deep reservoir here in California. And then like I showed you earlier, they have the larger Ned head from Z-Man. This is the original. This is a 1/5 ounce. Green pumpkin color. Those are my top regular Ned heads. Throwing them. Weedless. Z-Man weedless Ned rig. Sucks. I bought it because I bought everything that Z-Man had for Ned rigs for a while. I have on order right now see, these have a bullet head. You know, like a Texas worm weight. I want this head. So I ordered some of the EWG style Ned heads that they got on Tackle Warehouse. I'm just waiting for them to come in. Now, a secret. Most of you guys probably know it. These are the Picasso Big Eye Tiny swim bait heads. These are no bigger than your standard Ned rig head, but I pair these up with my fish style Ned baits, and that gives me that fish profile, and it also has the lead spread out more, As you can see, the shank of the hook right here is lined in lead, so it lays on its belly when you cast it out. When you cast it out, it lays on its belly. Or if you're bouncing it, it bounces on that front lip and looks like a fish searching for bugs or eggs, depending on what time of year it is. But for all my fish style Ned baits, I now fish this head. They also make a Dirty Jigs guppy head that works well. I like the Picasso one better because of this front lip being flat. The guppy head's more of a round head, so it doesn't have that digging action as well. But that is my go-to for all my Ned fishing baits. Fish baits, not Ned fishing baits. The baits that I use that look like fish. Well, that's all I got today, guys. Let me know if there's anything more you want to see. I'm trying to get on the water more. It's winter time here in California. I know it's not like back east, but our fish aren't used to the cold weather, and we've had some crazy weird cold weather snap here in California. Plus, we're on COVID lockdown. I do what I can do. I'm trying to bring videos. My goal is by the springtime to have 1 or 2 videos every week, non-stop, and then I'm going to try to go daily around the spawn time. But we'll see what happens. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you got any input for me. I've upgraded my camera. I've upgraded my phone, or my microphone on my GoPro and my camera. We're going to try to get this thing going right. I want to bring some more entertainment to you guys this year. 2020 was hard for everybody. I'm sure it wasn't the best time of year for me to be starting up, but I was home. I had nothing to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like and subscribe.